Well, how'd it going? I guess that other videos there somewhere. There's two back-to-back down to stitch up and fix. I tried to do a Facebook Live. I just got to learn not to bother with that piece of shit. So this is live video for broadcast everywhere and into certain people's hearts. I need you. Not just today. Tomorrow would be nice. I have a certain day I want to go on. It won't be long from now. And while I've been wanting to hope, teach people a little bit what I know, my home country, one of my many home countries, I have responsibilities elsewhere, including for people who care about me, which people in the area I care about don't give one shit about. Not that I can tell. Even ones I'm related to, we just found out, I can't. Well, I understand with the kids, you know. But, you know, guys that could really help, especially down in Maple Ridge, you know. Two in particular. I hope they're on the plane with me. I think they will be once I get the one out of prison by myself with a certain friend helping out. Hopefully still 3 guys. And certain individual, older one. You know, certain people that have a couple of days and get it together. Remember, this is also about everyone here as well as people elsewhere. It's not about your time. Look what I've done in a day. I clean up everything. Could use some help for an hour. We have all day to talk. I have constitutional ideas, laws to write. I am not crazy. You are. Watching television while a friend of yours is hurt, beaten up by the law. Oh, we'll get to it someday. You don't deserve what I know. If you like that way, go ahead, die. Why? Never mind how. I have other ways out in this country that doesn't even care about itself. It goes, oh, look at the whirling crown. Oh, the by-election. You might get a seat. Julie Wilson, Revolution Run as the Greens. What I want her for is the chairman of the Assembly of Self-Demek, a self-governing republic. Does the Green Party have no vision at all? No, they don't. Nor do any of them in the current high level of the caucus, including the leader and her nice new husband born in Yellowknife, and she's from Maine via New Brunswick, are knowing nothing. They don't listen to me. What could I care? I left here because people were so rude and nasty and cold and hard to deal with. I've seen my own country pillars from the Lillooet country. My dad was known as the King of Norway in that country for a reason. The whole BC Hydro upper guys knew it, I realize. The Sons of Norway and certain other organizations, not always favorably. Mom came from a very special family, kind and gracious and wise and very beautiful, you know. Star basketball player, good upbringing. It's actually Royal Street, I realize, from Bellflower, with the other names on there. Or Noble. I won't mention family names, of course. There's a lot of nasty politics on that side, and I don't mean just like idle social gossip either. So, never mind that bullshit. I loved some of my answers someone provided for me. For Burn, that one, maybe that one. I heard about that guy, might be an uncle. Oh, who's that? What's with that thing in Burn? Is it matured? What was that thing in the paper I never looked at properly? Because quite frankly, a lot of my own family don't know how to read and understand exactly what the thing is saying. My mother could. I know that. My brother to some degree. As for my idiot, pardon me, I won't say anything. I don't need any more strife and grief. Oh, it's awful. When you're the youngest and the brightest in a royal family, I didn't even know we were. Now they do. It's like, oh, really? And this is what I believe about freedom, and I get beaten for it? Doesn't matter if I'm a royal or not. Doesn't matter if Buddy in jail right now, naked, in the dark, and fed once a day, some kind of slop, all alone. Saying what? The voice in the dark. He survived that. He's 38 since the age of 14. He's strong. He's vibrant. I want to get him on the plane and go to where he belongs, Ireland. And also around the world with me as a friend. Freed from this madness that takes guys like him and my other young friend who's 30, not 18 yet. Big man. I don't call it impulsive disorder. I call it warriorhood. Great warrior, freedom fighter. Independence, not subjection to, you have to behave like this. And, oh, could you like a pill, sir? My, you talk a lot. You know what? My, you don't talk enough. You don't think enough. You have degrees. I could grant degrees. Most doctors who treat medicine don't have Hippocratic oath in mind. They have their bank wallet. in mind. That's why they get in the career. It's upside down. I should play some music and shut up. But so that little ditty just off the cuff of my cuff, that's in the spirit of the current revolution in France. What do you do when you're watching some fucking television show going to a great job in the same old boring country? Oh, this is the best country on the planet. Could have fooled me, treating a man like this, and nobody gives a shit about him, including the people watching TV who I thought were my friends. Some of them I know they really are. And they're chalking it over. They have families to arrange and other people to bring, and young guy that's working, I got to wake him up yet, but I just got to send him links. I don't have any time. My harmonica needs fixing. It's beautiful, eh? Big, nice one, Honer. I got a little in here, too. This was already broken. It needs fixing. They didn't break it. This other one got dented. The smaller one. Where is it? It's on here somewhere. This is my little magic table for now. I've organized an office before I go. I'm actually quite organized. You know why? Because I'm in battle mode. And what are people doing? They're watching TV. Oh, so I just cleaned up the front yard, told books and things up all night long. All the constructive work I could have been doing and educating somebody helping me do it. Television? Well, sex I get, kids I get, They're people I love. But people I know don't have much to do, and after just watching my show about my families, man, you're missing out on the ride of a lifetime on the magic carpet and magic bus that you could not even believe exist. I didn't until just now. This afternoon, I broke out in tears, realizing. And who's calling back? Well, I haven't contacted everybody. There's a certain young individual, another one. About 3 options as ways to get out, different directions to go. Nothing will ever be obvious again. I won't be broadcasting on Facebook ever again. Not anywhere there's rants like this, where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do. You're going to feel them come at you and tear Facebook down limb from limb. I'll still be on there long enough to keep on feeding people. What the fuck are you doing? Not listening to me. Well, I have a new career. Oh, I got this business. Oh, good God. Don't you realize your career and your business are the problem? You want to end world destroy? Keep right on going ahead. You want to change it? Better join the wise man. Speaking of that, Steve Wiseman, never mind. I shouldn't name anybody in person. He's a famous Olympic bobsledder. And friend of a friend and famous Olympic powerlifter. Strong man. Buddy of his is a strong man, my training partner from there. I think he's a cousin. Wow. He's certainly an Icelandic cousin. Size of the man or Irish. Or all three, or my cousin. Monster. I'm a small club, I think. Well, the ones back in Norway, I didn't meet them, but the Hoynes side, they're all fairly moderate height. I was tall like a Finn, they said. What did they mean by that? A lot of Finns are very tall, but they're very massive too, but I look way, way more Icelandic and Irish and Scots. And there's Scots in the area, although it was some milkmaids that came across. No, this is the Earldom. The Earls of Orkney took refuge in Iceland. What year they left when the Danish king came? They went to Norway, took a name. That's my dad's family. He knew. And was recognized as such all through Manitoba. That's why Grandpa was a director of Scandinavian immigration, you see. I don't have to explain the whole thing, but it all just ties in. He was the king of Norway. Rightful one, not the guy from the House of Denmark. Upstarts. But we're the true ones of ancient times with generous and kind. And, well, I'm pretty brave the other day. Take a lot of suffering in that van. Tortured, like my bro in prison. My other big bro in prison. And medicated. Big, happy souls, big, boisterous souls. What they need is some action. And it's a real action for love and truth and joy. The joy of the world right now in the streets of France and elsewhere. Yeah, singing for peace and marching against the Robocops, like the ones who beat me up. Now, the thing is here, I have a trump card to play. Not a trump card to play. No, but definitely a chess piece to play. You see, the people that did this to me aren't the people that I'm related to. General Sherman's great-granddaughter and half of Washington State. And I strongly believe that this now is time to become a republic. I've been saying it for months. I knew I'd get a beating. I didn't want it right now, not on that day. It had to happen, I guess. But they tortured me. And other people, my friend, and another one right now, I'm going to get put in until I said I need Aboriginal help for him because he's not only Hungarian, Russian, Hungarian royal, he's also Métis and other things, as I turn out to be. In the long run, yeah, anything is possible. Really, the Norwegians came, went, and back and forth across the water a lot. And a lot of them stayed. So did the Irish and others. Same out here on the West Coast. We're out here too. Why? Because we paddle like horses. But, you know, I got to think of the sailing ships. You know, long before this area was mapped, there were guys out on ships out of Scandinavia and elsewhere just hauling oars. It's still on an island. But, you know, the Marquesas Islanders, the Samoans, the Hawaiians, Maori, and others, Solomon Islands, that is the army of Alexander's navy, or rather the navy of Alexander. Now I recognize the paddle patterns of the descriptions of the... Yeah, drilling with boys, Sarah says. 20-foot Colonel Wood with metal-tipped spears in packed formation, the Macedonians phalanx. Look at the hula stuff, and the guys from the Marquesas dancers. Yeah, no, imagine that was a bunch of 20-foot long Colonel Wood type pack, also huge guys. You don't want to mess with that unit, I'll tell you that. That was Alexander's army. And the Navy's drilling pattern. Also, the paddling rate of Viking marine ships was the same as Phoenician and Irish. And all the lakes in North America, and the Polynesians and the Hawaiians, and the Voyageur, the mighty Voyageur, who are forgotten, the Métis freedom fighters. They were killed by the Canadians, and they took the West and starved the natives. And then my grandfather, well, I'm not sure, you know, moral politics, maybe he knew. His land had been cleared by the CPR. Okay, let's give it away. But, you know, Dad and Grandpa were not racist. How do I know that? Well, Mr. Fonseca was in the Model T with Grandpa at the foundation of the Royal Canadian Vikings Regiment, for one thing. And I've seen all his photos. I studied them, the ones in the Philippines. There's some missing, but I'm really interested in who he was. And then I found out, oh, Jesus, all at once within the same week, that he was, you know, King of Norway, rightfully. Earl of Orkney, fugitive royal. Not exactly. Powerful and productive and wise like my dad was, Manitoba Hydro. Sons of Norway, founded on things you could only be that you found. Uncle Alfred's chief factory has his bay company. He also had to be a royal, not just an Acadian. You see, international courts of Europe flogging from furs of the royalty. Oh yeah, you had to be able to mingle with them. That's why they wanted my cousin Jim. Hey, I'd take the gig, but I don't believe in the fur trade. But that same Clement reputation that Uncle Alf had is still around the courts of Europe high. I'm Alf Clement's nephew. I know that's a lovely fur. Did you get has the bay coming? Oh yes. Oh yeah. No, I'm his nephew. Yes, we are. Well, exactly. It's not a free country. Oh well, tell me more. A lot of the crown educated noble classes are very educated. I look forward to visiting Monaco like this with my intelligent young friends. I've asked. One's at the store. One's I said he'd get back to me. I hope he does. I really do. Certain people I really think should be with me for their own good, as well as it'd be positive for me to have around, supportive of what I am, and don't question. Not question, discuss, but not challenge me or say, you're crazy. Oh, I know too much to be crazy. Yeah, literally so. It's hard to beat this. I never dreamt to wake up and be a king. Or my cousin. A descendant of Henry VIII. Or me. I already knew Harold Albright. I've gone back and I think back of who I know, what I've read, and where else it goes back before Gubika, Guki. The same with the Volsons. And where it goes too well is the Pacing Gap, France, which is home. Where all of us were born. Those of the giant races. And the 9 races, actually. Well, it's hard to talk about the birth of Ymir and hundreds of giants born from his armpits, and Heimdall having 1,000 mothers. That's yeah. He's one of the major deities, but largely forgotten. Everybody thinks Odin is the main deity. No, he's the wandering sage. He is the high one, though. The high sage, like me, stuck in my beard. Yeah, staff. Very common figure. It was a good cover. Actually, it was like the Count Saint Germain, who I expect to run into at any moment. I could use your help, Count, by the way. He still exists. Somebody is, anyway. I think it's always the same. How do I know? Well, there's a lot of things that you know in this land of snow. from traveling around the world spinning, reading so much and finding out, So what did go on there? I have to ask that about my own family all the time. Notable deaths in history connected to my family. Why my own great uncle's death is masked in Wikipedia as though the Kingdom of Savoy were only that of Sardinia? Well, I'm very sorry, Vittorio Emanuel's descendants. I have a very big problem with that. Now, for people who don't know history, yeah, that's Garibaldi hung my great-great-uncle in the Palace in Torino. 1849 or 1848, and then that prick, Napoleon, the Pretender, the third, worse than that other Corsican. Split it. The beautiful Riviera Alps there known as Savoy, which was our realm. It doesn't matter what you want to call it, Italy. Or fascist Italy, I should say. Now, they now have the 5-star movement. Great stuff. I love it. And they support freedom in France. Oh, but they're communists. You know what you are then? You're a collaborator on the other side. I am in the new international brigades, and I hope to form it. Form it? No, it already exists. I know it's there. I'll need to go join it, but I can only do it from balconies. I want to bring a tribe of warriors. Mighty kings of the earth, whether they have thrones or not. We're all us big guys. And strong little guys like my buddy in prison and suffering in the dark yet again. For how many months is that now? He's done this shit in at least he was nice and cleaned up when he saw me. I don't know, the first time he saved his own brother's life by calling the police, even though he knew it would put him in jail. He's a really good guy, and the whole neighborhood needs him. I love him a lot. I love his mom, too, who's suffering to the death of her beloved. Well, it was no doubt a friend of my father, since I'm the King of Norway and Jarl of Orkney. I'll be calling the Sons of Norway in the morning, for sure. Say, look, I want to talk. She's sweetest lady I talk to. Could I talk to one of the senior Sons of Norway, the gentleman, and Sonia Bush from the choir? The choir, they sing my own grandfather's song, Midnight Solom's Land of the Midnight Sun, and give the man an honorable last visit, sing him a song, and make sure Kathy has enough support. And her other son, her poet son, Jason, whom my buddy at jail was defending. And it takes a freedom logger, really noble guy, true Irishman, freedom fighter. You hearing me, Ireland? You got 4 oil refugees coming. You want to send help and passports? I'll be on the phone to the Irish embassy, too. What are people doing? Oh, they're watching television and thinking about it. You know what? I don't need you. I need my friends. I need that way out. I know how to get it. I know who to call. If not him, then him, her, this. Where? Never mind. So this is still going on too, public and air. I also have financial concerns to find, digital things to resolve, how to call internationally without it being monitored. These are very private conversations, some of them. I've been very, very public about my family's murderous dynastic life. The war on the one family, the war within the one family, who I am as a result. Somebody left me. Who is it? Could it be? Well, it's been 43 years since someone left it for me. I don't think my sister even knew what she was reading. I do have lands to reclaim and countries to sue for hanging my great-great-uncle and as a heir. There are royal courts to decide this. Unfortunately, you know the thing with the mask? Yeah, it's real. But you know what? They'll show up with their own masks and the battle axes. No, I'm just kidding. But they have to remember, we're much more senior royalty, and they know it. Especially the prophecies that shall arise. Oh, don't start rhyming on that one. They'll get really afraid. But it is their time. It is their time. For the world, look around you. You think watching television for the week and thinking, well, what are we going to do when it all happens? Oh, so there's 3 kinds of people, my late friend said. I've heard this before. There's people happen to. People think watch people happen. People who watch things happen. People things happen to. And people who make things happen. And by not doing anything, you're making things happen right there. So I give up on you, Canada. Totally. Totally. Those that come to me and want to get on the plane, I will love them forever. Let's get out of this Pops-down country, okay? Let's go somewhere where the revolution is real. Oh, there's a protest today. Doesn't matter what it's for. You got to have a lot of people really going at it. We're not unified enough to be that. And geologically, geographically, all that stuff. We're not one of the biggest political volcanoes in the world. You think you're safe up here on the world's longest undefended boundary when it's heavily armed on that side for invading the Ross? Stupid, stupid, stupid. Oh, we're fine. That's the world's longest undefended boundary. We're perfectly safe. Oh, yeah? Man, if they got your brainwashed well, eh? Okay. I wanted to save as many lives as I could. I just could say, Governor, just send in the tanks. Don't care. Just shoot them all. God will know his own. And the ones that I want with me, I'll have them on the plane by then. I mean it. If you don't care about me, or the guys in jail rotting, and the woman being disappeared, and the kids' graves, oh, it happened a long time ago. No, it did not. It's going on right now, including to guys like me, and I am of royal blood, and it's why it's happening to me, specifically also. Because I said, I truly believe it's time to dissolve the monarchy on my lands, co-opted by the evil queen of the empire, on the pretense of an alliance with the Quebec Act, with the Bourbon Seigneurie and the immigrant Irish and the Scottish railway clique, the Sinclairs, hello, House of Stuart. My, you wear a lot of faces. It's all about the masked ball politics, including amongst the royalty. Never mind eyes wide shut. Hell, you want a real set of mysteries with all the pomp and those weird masks? Oh, you have all those clothes on. And the wrong clothes. Oh, boy, they found the last illusion of the lost illusion. It means absence of text, where Dionysus reproaches mankind for thinking that the god should behave as man ordains. What folly that is. And that's the whole point of the illusion. It's one of the 7 seals, you see. Well, about 17 seals I saw. Ever since, the great windstorm that almost, 2 miles from my cousin's trailer. That's an omen by itself. Remember, she's a royal princess. And a great granddaughter of General Sherman. And of Henry VIII. And me and her go right back into very ancient times on the Burgundian side. And I know. Oh, her mom, now that I think about it, yeah, it's Middle English, but Sherman can mean a lot of dear man, it means in the North, but it's Middle English, so it could be, yeah, the names mean a lot, you know, and who they are. My buddy, I'm sure he's Welsh, common last name, kind of. Just a big golden soul. He's a boxer like my old man. I trust him implicitly. You want to come along for the ride, big man? I need a bodyguard, a cool buddy. Train with me, get me in shape, teach me some little bit of fight, like I have power, eh? I need it now. I know I can't be a pacifist always, like I could abide what was going on. That's why I wanted to meet. They can say what they like. I was standing up for justice and for what has to be done. Also, I was doing an automatic evacuation drill because Dad was civil defense chief of the lower mainland and Bridge River country because he knew the whole place and had built it. The men's infrastructure and knew the engineering. Norwegian, King of Norway, Hebrides, only Norway's hydroelectric power, Scottish hydroelectric power were built on that. All of BC. The power project then came out from Manitoba. We was already. Was it hydraulics in the Navy? Was the only Halifax and Quebec City? No, he would have gone to rise for St. John's for the Larkabys to Scandinavia. Being on the open seas, born in Winnipeg, of course, he'd go, Dad probably had good sea legs too, spoke Norwegian. Yeah, not our Norwegian house. We were allied with, of course, occupied by the Nazis, and the Royal Norwegian Navy was in Halifax. I'm sure he was a translator. I did mean to call the consulate when I lived there in Halifax, but it's all over in Dartmouth, and I was any money, and feeling embarrassed about being poor. I did not realize I was an heir to the Jarldom at work. They would have been glad to have over. They would have known, Dad. There must be not something in monument. Dad was a very self-effacing person for a reason. Now I understand. But I've asked that there be a Perry and Andy Clement Memorial Center in Mission to preserve the old Legion. Very good reason. Not rich films of people. Another endowment for the Royal Mission Hospital. Yeah. The Andy and Clement Memorial Fund. Perry Clement. One was known as Perry because less named Perriard, but that's a contraction of Pericard de Burgundy. The Savoyard royalty. Ancient Burgundian lines related to my wonderful older neighbor, also Swiss. I'm technically also Swiss. You see, because the Burgundians by descent that's our heartland, above Lake Geneva. But the Riviera was ours. That beautiful part on the limb of the Roman, just outside the Roman Emperor, called Federati, means you would come out a confederated nation that moved into the empire in order to civilize it more, because it wasn't. Rome had sacked it, ruined it, bastards. Anyways, the great Burgundian people of great lore and magic and so much more, heroism. That's me and my cousin Candace, and never mind the rest of them, including the sad story of my aunts. And the things that happened to my father's family, which were maybe coming from that family, the other family, or from whoever. Well, this old king has a few things slips up his tree that none of them have anticipated. Me. Oh, because I'm a good talker. Are any of them? Oh, you're not supposed to talk about that. Oh, indeed, is that so? And who says that? Criminal? House criminal? Oh, they'll try and get at me now. But I'll be on. Always moving on. Like the high one. Yeah, high, yeah. Odin. Always on the move. I've been the flying jackal before. I'm doing it again. But this time it's got a crown on its head with 15 stars. 15 gems, but not the Star of India, which has great magical power like the stars of Stone of Scone. And those other three things that were brought from the southeast by the Chua. Oh, you really don't be using things like that if you don't know what they are, Oh, well. So, it is their time, because they don't know any of the things I know. Oh, he's crazy. Yeah, you're not crazy enough. Meaning the royals I'm talking to. The idiots of Europe. You think you can outvoice me? Are you kidding? Yeah, I know you can try and kill me, assassinate me, but I think of who else I know that also is professional bodyguards for famous princes I know loves me. And there'll be loyals who love me for who I am and the way I am, and they sing songs and have a great bunch of crews around me. Cool guys. Nice guys. Nice guys. Oh, it's gone out. That's too bad. I'm vain. Oh, one of the moths went and ate it, or got eaten. And I better put my glasses on and shut this off. But yeah, it's been a long day. So I'm not gonna name any of you guys. One or two ladies tagged extra, and a lot of my international friends are. I know that care about me somewhere else. Political people in Germany, Australia, Philippines. One's from Russia. He'll circulate it for me. Oh, there goes that fly again. Oh, it's a halogen. That's right. Moth, rather. The machine. It's not really a machine. Yeah, actually, it's just a machine frying a moth. So, I'm fine, but I got a lot done, so I have a lot of thinking time tomorrow, but I do have calls to make. Right now, I guess not. I'm too tired. I wanted to call him guy in Thailand about the security thing. If he's not getting back to me, well, fuck him. I can learn myself. I just wish I didn't have to do everything by myself, but I'm a very busy king. So my very dear bros, the guy will get out, we'll wait for it. Certain guy that's lining something up for you in the way of, let's just say transport, accommodations, and security. I keep it simple. To where we go and how we get there, I will not remain online very much at all. Only with my trusted friends on WhatsApp. So this is going on Facebook. So this is my last warning. I really like a lot of you people, but you turn the fucking Facebook off and answer your friends' messages, including my friends on WhatsApp. Come on, feedback. I'm just a show that you watch. I'm your friend asking you for help. Never mind that I happen to be apparently well-endowed royal. I don't mean sexually. Not anymore. Well, we'll see. But I'm not healthy. I'm a giant with a big heart, golden heart, give away all my love. When I had wealth, I gave it lots away. Everybody knows that. What do I have? Bunch of big phone book. Oh, that's the other thing. I was noticing when I was looking for who to share this to, that Facebook, you only 20 people see your thing at once. Never mind being manipulated by that. Oh, here's the way you get around it. Are you kidding me? I have so many new friends. So if you have 5,000 friends, you have to limit who you actually talk to. And the others can watch. But other than that, all the time you're doing that, you don't know who they are. So when you're communicating with somebody, everybody else can watch, including the people who pay to watch your mails. And it's not always legal, of course not. It's a fucking Zuckerberg. Oh, frat house. Oh, frat boy. Oh, never mind. I really mind the FBI, but the Justice Department's a lot more thorough. Well, a guy like Miller I'd like to talk to. The governors of the Northwest I intend to. From the plane, where we'll land, where I will not say, and then talk to certain governors and other people on the plane because I don't want to get off. I don't want to. I'm safer on that plane or in whatever thing I'm in. It will be a plane though. By what route? I will not say anything further. Which direction? How many times around the world first? No. There's about 5 countries will give me immediate asylum, especially Iceland, and citizenship, which I would love to have. Nice country. No lawyers or bankers or politicians took part in writing the new constitution. Great idea. I totally approve of it, Canada. I think a lot of lawyers should be arrested, including the ones that sit on the bench. That's a real danger here. Oh, that's contempt, is it? Oh, they can't disrespect the crown. Do you know what that is? That's lèse-majesté. Contempt of the crown. It's a very serious crime in Thailand. It is in Canada, too. Especially if you're Aboriginal. Standing for freedom, yeah, just go to jail. Fuck you, stunk Indian. I just a dirty, skanky old white man. Really? Of the royal blood? Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you just take off your uniform right now and do whatever I tell you? Like go jump off the fucking cliff. Fuck to talk to anybody like that, much like some of you didn't even know who I was. I didn't even know who I was. And she knew. The woman who bosses you around through Justin, and him too. I hate him, Justin Trudeau, and he knows it. And his dad, and the Tories, and the bullshit NDP. I'm getting tired of the Green Party. Oh, look at the whirling crown. Let's run for Parliament. Why are you fucking kidding me? You don't believe in democracy anymore. You just want your own jobs. Disgusting. Let the children eat you. Yeah, speaking of that, voting age 16, why not 14? Why not should the youngest kids have a say? Oh, they're not ready yet. Oh, you're like adults are responsible. Look at me tonight. Oh, I gotta watch the TV. But kids would be too hypnotized by the television, by advertising and hormones. Oh, look at the pretty television. What show is that now? I love that cool violence. Oh, Jesus. Whether it's football or soap operas or cheesy news about everybody else you hate, just, oh, isn't that sad? Or, oh, the environment. Why don't you just get out and enjoy it? So they take the fucking TV. Throw the TV out. If you're not using the computer for anything you used to, you might as well boot it in the fucking river. It's killing your minds. Because it's doing that, you're killing the earth. Oh, I'm sorry, recycling doesn't cut it, okay? See, only serious radical reform will take it. This is the Butlerian jihad. It is on. If you're not in it, well, then you're part of the problem. And I don't even have to fight you. Because the earth is going to do it all by itself. And don't just mean the ground. And don't just mean earthquakes either. You don't know shit about the planet or the way the planet works. Oh, well, science says, oh, fuck off. Learn to fucking think and look around you. Do you care about other people or don't you? Apartheid? Beating up on old people? Keeping young kids in prison and drugging them? Yeah, what else is it? Oh, he's got a problem. Does he indeed? And why a certain, not cousin, but in-law of mine used to be finding an athlete is fat and sick and, well, things happen to him. He's got psychiatric problems. How did they happen? He does often take an abusive woman, including a sister, to drive you fucking nuts. Don't I fucking know it? Might be other things, but I know being out in nature would be a lot better for the big man. And healing and not having to live in a bunch of guys with a boss, kind of dorm resident, so out in nature, some cabin in the woods, and people come over, how you doing okay today? Oh, wonderful, thank you. I've seen it happen. I've seen my next door neighbor. He's an old 70-year-old also. Big and healthy. He's feeling better now. I told him, go up now, lads, people need you. I'll be back when I'm older. I had visited this all through my youth. I thought we were going back to Bridge River. It's just across the way up a big, deep, beautiful canyon. Yeah, so that's one of my advice I have for people I already get by phone. Too much phone by phone, and they're just taking it, but not coming and helping me. Well, then I don't belong here. I really don't. I really come to who cares about people, including the one helping them know where to go. So take notes, I know where to go. Oh, he said this, Oh, you left on the plane. Oh, that's too bad. Well, you know what? I may just never fucking come back. You see, I did that back in 07. I thought I'd never come back, and I guess I shouldn't have at any time. Other than Mom's funeral, I guess. I did come back here, and then came right back there, Maritimes, and came back right when Mom died. When I went back to St. John's, stuck out a winter there. Oh, I used to stay here in the Hammer for a while. Ah, that's Hamilton. Oh, shit. I should have gone to Europe then. No, it was all destiny. Everything else was bound to happen, including who I met down there, what's happened since, and how this came out, how I found everything. Oh, he talks too fast. I know what he's saying. Oh, Jesus, you people are stupid. Why do you learn to fucking care for somebody that don't have to talk fast to convey information to you you should have learned in childhood? But it's hard being this kind of educated person in a country full of ignorant people. Really, especially the elites. The elites are incredibly ignorant. You know, just incredibly. But a lot of street people that have been through a lot are really wise and kind and loving, and I love many of them. And if I go through, if it's a large plane, I know who to ask for, and hope I'll know who to ask for in Maple Ridge. I know who to ask for around the Bridge River country. Here's a limo, plane, whatever, bus. I got a plane leaving from, never mind where it is, no more comment. Do you want to go on an adventure of a lifetime or not? And some people go like, get out of this shithole, the way they treat us here, and show them who you really are. Well, here's who I am. You want to come? Yeah! Yeah, I'll build an army and come to France or wherever. Army? No, just an elite group of heroes. Good fighters, bros I can trust. You doubt you run amok, but you know, this is a game to be played, a very serious game of royal politics, involving estates and fortunes and titles and behavior and things people here don't even have an idea about, other than how to try and kiss up to it. Oh, I got a Lieutenant Governor's Award. Oh, look, I got a book award. I'm sorry, I'm picking on a certain professor friend of mine, my generation, but caught up in the way things are. It's the young kids that make the difference to me. 50 and under, 30 and under, 20 and under. My big bro, 16, 17 I'm in with 16. Now that he's got a friend, 14, and so those guys should vote. 12 and up should vote. In direct bureaucracy. Ordained by the king. And they've been going, but making that happen requires troops. And where do you find the troops? Well, the same place Bill Bennett was going to get them from in 1983. You don't know about that, do you? Oh, I'm sorry you were watching television since. And they told you if there's anything east of the mountains they didn't even know. Some labor strike from BC, it's all over now. Oh my word. Oh, that World War II stuff. Oh, it just happened, it's gone. Yeah, that's the attitude too. Well, it's a lot worse coming. I don't want to be on this continent. Never mind the cataclysm coming. Wow, the pogroms and the genocide. The coup d'etat has already taken place. Don't you idiot Canadians even realize you've had a coup d'etat? And Justin is... Oh, never mind. He's such a jerk. He's also a Bourbon. Psst. Sinclair. Fucking Kennedy, too. But the worst part of it is the Trudeau. De Beauchamp. That French side, the French fascist side, the Bourbon. Cut a deal so the Quebec, hey, let us stay in power and oppress them to the church. And the church declared aristocracy, including the Secretary of Vatican, refuge papal state. Yeah, Marie-Reine du Monde, the big cathedral in what they now call Canada Place. Oh, the politics in Canadian name is Place Bonaventure. I think so. Before that, was a good adventure. Oh, Canada Place, right downtown Montreal, next to Sun Life, which I believe is going to be the Vatican bureaucracy, a big insurance company. Huge buildings downtown Montreal, meant to be an imperial capital for Northern France. Also for the Empire. It was the largest and most important city in Canada for a long time, the seat of the racist, discriminatory, bigoted, land-stealing, child-killing, raping Canadian Pacific Railway. Blasphemy, that whole thing is national dream, national fucking nightmare for the First Native people and the Métis, and for everybody since. Why? You don't know much, do you? All our land, all our trees, and more. CPR, Marathon Realty. The fortune of Montreal, the Empire of Montreal here in the West, across the Rockies, where the Crown has no treaties at all. I mean the crown, the illegal crown of the Dominion of the Empire. The last standing bit of the British Empire. I want to take an axe to that crown myself and send the Star of India back to where it belongs, to India. Send the Elgin marbles back and open the Imperial Treasury. Send them back to where they belong. Loot the museums, but send everything back. Not loot them back to Baghdad. No, not to collectors. No. Yes, everyone, start sending things back. Really, I'm serious. Those big marbles of the great Ultra Pergamum, you know, the Titans and the Gods. What a magnificent piece. It's as great as anything on the Parthenon. Put it back in Pergamum. Rebuild the great statue of Zeus. You don't think I'm kidding, do you? No. Would you rebuild that damn cathedral responsible for so many atrocities? That 2 towers? Yeah, Michel de Nostradamus' cathedral, the very one. Oh, I'm going to rebuild it with $5 billion, but I don't give one shit about people in the street. The Lord damns you not by my command. I am only the herald of what you have done, you fools. But I believe in the people marching in France with freedom and joy and dancing with joy when they win. This is the nature of revolution. Eat the rich. No, not me. Oh, perhaps someday. Because you see, the young people need joy. And the ancient mysteries were about getting rid of the people that weren't as connected with the divine. That is the whole story of the Bacchaya, the great and sacred Bacchaya, which you'll say no more because the mysteries themselves are perilous to speak of. Wonders and mysteries. Churches are modeled on, all cults of religions like ISIS and it's all ancient religion breed-balled through a Roman format, and they took it hammered to all the text and made it just a one big lie, and then the Protestants got a hell of it. You can't argue over the name of the book, the name of God, or the name of the book, even think in terms of the name of the book. You gotta think. Freude, schöne Goethe, Funken, Tochter auf Elysium, alle Männer, Brüder, werden sollen and so on. I don't have the words down in German. That's the key. But I'm a bass this late at night. I can be a Hilden tenor. But I'm a polypathic musician who found out he was a multiple royal, and I got beaten up for talking about freedom. Isn't that interesting? Because I'm quite capable of talking about it in Geneva, and on stage in Montreux, and the Estates General. It's the theater. I'm in Paris, actually, the old assembly. I was meeting the State Theater in Prague. And what's the name of the place that saw the ballet thing? Liechtenstein Palace? No, that's not it. Yeah, Prague has all kinds of performance spaces. And Vienna, Budapest, Athens, right at the Dionysion. Nobody's going to stop me. Because I am who I am. But in Burgundy and Savoy and Norway, I think having endowments to start funding hospitals or lands to use to help people, which is what any king should do, not hoard them up like Macron's bitches. Who is the people behind this? Are you associated banks or one of the world banks? Well, that institution has to go. I need Major Roddenberry to talk to you about transition to the non-monetary economy. Seriously, so that's what I want to accomplish with my royal power for the behalf of the democracy and the good of all mankind. I'm just a poet. I do know it, but I have all kinds of great ideas. I'm also an engineer's kid, and from a very wise and kind family that didn't do things for money. I am just the person for this job, and I have young men and old and women. Certain guys want guys especially, brotherhood. But certain very wise women is my, the ultima, the one who respects the fire. Honor, Zeus, Theo, the lightning, the ultima, the chair in the famous symposium. It's generally a name for Hetaira, who was, chairing a meeting of the men. And not interfere and go like, well, I think this. Oh, shh. Instead, moderating and saying, okay, well, what about this? And it's a very great Boccaccio's Decameron, same kind of salon environment, where people sit and listen out the whole case. The salons in Monaco, for example, or other international entrepôts. Again, I'm good in the international community and being myself not just a royal prince, but a king, a pauper king. Oh, that's a fascinating story all by itself, especially given the greatness and grandeur of the lineages I'm from and the mad, ongoing, insanity that goes on to this very day. I don't trust. I always had 2 cousins on the Norwegian side, and I thought twice about Candace's sister. I didn't. And this is my warrior queen cousin, Sarah's great granddaughter. Lovely lady, big and strong and fierce. Oh, she just loves animals. She's strong too, though. She's a Sherman. Sherman tanks the form, they say, and just wants freedom to be happy. Don't you? I sure do. I'll go back to the mall, take back to the job tomorrow. You're too boring for this old man. But my young heroes and my old wise men that I know, not that old, but they're wise, Do you want to learn more? Yeah, let's go. They got the legal minds, the professional polish, some of them who can learn it, like my boxer boyfriend. Not boyfriend, but boxer boyfriend. I shouldn't call him a boy at all, just affectionate boxer man. I like him because he's positive and warm and like my dad, Was. And I only didn't know Dad that long, but it's not that case in this time. I just really like the guy, and he knows it. And it's fine with being, he's a cool boxer and probably a really good one. And yeah, he'll learn more and can teach me more. Just somebody to defend me. I'm an old man. I don't want to fight about anything. I just want to perform and go to meetings, have guys who look good in suits and how to behave at the table, and good in, everything in bathing, wearing on the sailing boat whatever we're doing on stage, whatever, playing music, hanging out, me and the crew, the court, my royal court. King of the North, King of the North, King of Savoy and Burgundy, and Franche-Comté and Bourgogne, the northern areas of Burgundy. Just wants to be like Switzerland, the whole world. Also our realms in Scotland, northern England, I believe the Isle of Man, and parts of Ireland, Ulster, I think, and parts of it anyway. And Iona, Hebrides, Mull, all that. The Highlands, Inverness, Shetlands, Orkneys, Faroes, Western Norway, and other parts of Norway. Legitimate claim on the whole throne of Norway and of Denmark. No, I know a king of Denmark, I gladly. Don't worry, it's not just me. I'm not trying to build an empire, I'm just saying what are my family fiefs. No, alliances are where we held sway. But it was alliance and love. Well, it got complicated a lot, so we had to leave Saskatchewan too. They're still there, and fuck that Brad Bow bitch. Is a Norwegian ancestry. Feel like cutting his head off myself. They're being a racist dickhead. Vikings were very rarely racist dickheads because they spoke like 7-8 languages, traveled the whole world, you see. These assholes only drive back and forth from their union job and fucking hate everybody else with them. Yeah, they're not true Vikings. They should be slaughtered. But I don't slaughter anybody. But time and history are imminent upon them for their own destruction. It's their own problem now. I need to go help people who want to be helped and love me back. The few who travel with me, is that all I got? That's fine. It's more than enough. I did a lot today by myself. I can do a lot more. But I'm sure that my one buddy, I think, will get back another buddy, doing this, doing that. And they know the situation. I've got a couple of days yet. So y'all can see how tired I am. Right now, this is only going up on Facebook. I don't want to stitch the other one together and put it up. Oh, fuck it. I got to do some of my things before I go to bed. Fuck it. So I'll stop this one and upload it to Facebook. And fuck y'all who aren't helping me. Really. I'm a great king. Do you understand that? I'm a real nice guy, too. What are you doing watching television going, well, they must have a reason for that. You got a beating. Yeah. Talking about freedom was the fucking reason. And because I'm the most serious threat to Her Majesty's rule that she's ever known of. And I did send, a year ago. She knows already. She got, actually, St. James Palace was St. Charles. Heard about it. Mom, have a look at this guy. Is that a prophecy or what? Oh, she knows enough to know that it is, but who is she? She doesn't know the rest of it. I didn't even know that till now. She can't know what I didn't even know, you see? About the other side of the family. Or who I am, what life has been like. Oh, they've buggered me up all the time, but it's like, again, you use some project you don't understand on something, it comes back at you 10 times as hard. I am now all the knowledge that their suffering has put on me, and fate, and destiny has intertwined. It's a fascinating kind of experience, this quintessential thing. Synchronicities, now I look back on that, wasn't accidental. It was fate, or, yeah, that guy had relationship somehow. It's karmic action. All it means is some kind of massive coalescence. My whole life is cascading here, and it's coalescing in this moment and here and now in time. This is now day 12. 13 is, like I say, day of mystery and travel. I'm getting ready to travel, basically. Today was Last Supper. Yeah, I'll be busy tomorrow, too. So I have a few things left to go tonight. I'm a happy man. But I really wish I'd had some help today. I'm really tired. And then to sit better, and you get, what I was going to say was my hips were definitely, the device to listen to the whole thing. My metal hip was also definitely damaged. That's fine. I know his ways shouldn't have taken this long. I'll just train with it like it is, so it's ready to get done for both of them again. Why? Because I know it can. Yeah, well, they do what they can here, but it's not what they know. What's possible elsewhere. Grounding would be good for me, too. Just bring me in mud, hot baths. Massage. That'd be nice if other than rich people could get it, This is not a fair country. Especially not for an aging royal who knows who's better in his other countries. But she knows they're free countries. And things are free that are billed for here in slavery. Pay the bank. You can't come in unless you have the money. You know what? You go fuck yourselves. Sign says you got to have membership to try to get inside. Well, I'll tell you what, you're not coming in my kingdom. There's people like you. I'm telling the guys and the civil defense guys, if there's greedy people, shoot them in the pass. Shoot them on the lake. People showing any kind of signs of aggression, bullying anybody else, shoot the fuck out of them. Get rid of them. They deserve to sink to the bottom of the ocean and be feed the fish. We need more fish. I'm serious. If you don't want to help people, then you deserve to die. And what the lower mainland is a giant scam. They all know. The people building it all the time, flying houses, they all know. Who do you think knows about it? They don't know everything is a problem. They don't know what's downstairs. Bad mistake. Or what happens to mountains when they have a big 9.5 and there's one that comes not a 9. It's a 9.5. How do I know that? Well, I've been doing calculations back when the cycles when the volcanoes go on. Thought about, and that happened, that happened at the same time. Okay, I think it's time to get out of here. Hopefully by next week, in other words. So, I get to do the I told you so of all time. But this is the sign, this is the shortest fantasy story of all time. I do need to learn sword and have guys around me capable of it and teaching me it. And dance again, and dance and music and love to be able to have a smile. Walking down the street when the neighbors are going, that's that creepy old man. You know what? That was creepy old man that walked by was a great king and poet, and you were a fool. You will die. Why? Because you're stupid. The land itself will destroy you, but other people deserve to be saved, and you're not letting me. You're being unkind and driving me away, or just not giving a fuck. That's your problem, Canadians. You don't give a fuck because you think you're the best fucking country in the world. You're the most stuck-up place. Other than the people who love and care for you. Many of the First Nations, of course, do. Not all. And street people often love each other, like my friends on the street, and hope the nice people help me out. I'm going to call them tomorrow, too, to explain the situation. They had a sad need of refuge, not a hospital. I took the hospital one night. They knew it was dangerous to be in the shelter. Early, it is. Me, because of who I am. And the things I am saying. So I'm a political refugee, as well as a royal. I want to make public, the guy in Washington, D.C. is going to call me back, International Human Rights Organization, another guy in Tallinn I can call. I'm going to have to do it myself. I want a guy I was hoping to be my representative, maybe still will be. I'll come up tomorrow. I'll be around for a couple of days. I want to disappear by Wednesday, let's put it that way. I think I'm fine for the bill I have to pay. For phone bill, they'll certainly in the situation also grant me a line of credit at the bank, especially with apparently this money turning up. Where's this coming from? Wow, it's really neat. And then it'll be like just support. Doors open. Old pal says, hey, this was your da-da-da's place, you know. You can have it. Place to sleep. And you go to this restaurant. Would you like it? Like, this guy here, I could buy him out, I think, you know. To say, you know what, fucking asshole, you told this king to keep on walking. I'll tell you what, you fucking walk down the highway right away. Give me the keys. And these are my boys to make you. You don't think I can make my own laws here, you prick? Fuck. Once I establish my authority here, and I don't mean neutrality in the world. No, you got to remember I mentioned I'm American, right? I'm done with this fucking crown bullshit. I'm more loyal to the U.S. than the crown of England. Fucking London and Montreal and Toronto, and that'll go away. Glory, glory, hallelujah. My truth goes marching on. America move right on in. Shoot the fuckers. Even the nice ones. No, leave the nice ones. Don't shoot the people who don't need to be shot. But the people being fucking assholes. I don't care about anybody. Well, yeah, it's going to happen because I want to publicize something that's just right. Yeah, UN stuff. Oh, I want to get elected first. Oh, do you? Well, here, line up for the firing squad then. U.S. soldiers, line them up. Really, seriously, if you don't want to fight for freedom, you don't deserve to be alive here when the natives are still poor and people like me get abused. Old or young, royal or poor, of any nation, thrown in jail in the dark and unfed in overcrowded cells, talked to like mental patients in the few shelters available for people. Not there's empty buildings around, and they're going to take down. They did this for the Bellevue. There's also television, or places like that, or take some of the motels and turn them into even like how the one the T-Bird and Hope's kind of nice, except there's all destitute, sad, you know. But at least they got somewhere. Now, what do they have in Maple Ridge? Some tenements they built in the tent camp, and they don't want them there. And they talked about 37 rich people. I'll tell you what, that thing needs an airstrike on it. It's not even built yet, but they're pushing people out of the street, and like me, get them out of town. You've lowered property values. You know what? You lower property values of the whole world. Scum. Money launderers. Cunts. Yeah. Money launderers. The whole place. Realtors. Casino brats. So to speak for education, sports, or culture. Well, that's my ordainment, and it shall be again. And let the sea swallow it. I don't care at this point. Really. No matter who doesn't come up now. I've tried to tell so many people, and just like, Oh, okay. Fine. Well, I'm done. I got beaten for my cause. I hope my friends still show up. I really do. I'd really like you to be on the plane. I'm not going to say anymore. All right, that's going to have to do. Thank you. Those who come, that'd be awesome. Those of you who don't, well, just go away. Just go away. Really, I've got better things to do than stand up for people's rights who don't give one good shit about me having the life beaten out of me and trying to struggle on my own while they're at a ceremony. Sorry, I had to lay that on you, certain person. I'm in an emergency situation. I'll go ahead and hit your drum all you want. I'll have my war drum on my own. I'll go do it on your behalf. Never mind. I still love you guys. All you ones not showing up. I'll do it anyway. I hate the sound of that train. Imperialism is what I hear. The train, let's say. Tintin, let's say. The Chinook jargon. Never mind the Chinook jargon. You're not worth you learning it. It's beautiful language. Too bad you're such a idiot. You didn't want to bother. Later. King Michael I. Savoy and Burgundy. The lights went off. King of the North. The Highlands. Shetlands. Orkneys. Faroes. Western Norway. The Isle of Mull. I think the Isle of Man. And bits of Ulster in Ireland. I think chunks of England. Yeah, Jarl of Orkney and King, rightful king also of many other countries, including for England if I fought for it. Why? Well, my ancestor Harold Hardrada did. And that's not the only element in that. We were all here long before any of the English or anyone else too. The Russians were also. Certain kinds, Finns and stuff. The ones, Yakuts and stuff. Asian, we're always in contact. Polynesians were here, and back and forth with Hawaii. And everybody, just not the right crowns, crosses, and bank accounts. I'm done. I'm pissed off. I'm old and sore. I'm standing up. It's hard. I worked hard all day. I deserve to sleep. I've still got things to forward. Say, is this happening yet? To the people that are in touch with me, I really, truly appreciate. I know some of you guys are just busy tonight. I'm just exasperated and tired. So this is the status. Paul will get me on Wednesday now. But by then, I hope to get the Lillooet back, have somebody watch it. We'll lock it up while I'm away. Or just get it up there. Copies of it up there. I want to take copies of my writings abroad. I don't want to just leave them stashed and forget about them. I did a lot of work. Maybe I'll just give it. I'll ask them to get a printer and photocopy of it, use them, and maybe a copy in the mine somewhere for security. I do not just want the archives. And for other education materials we have to hide because the magnetic pole reversal, all that machinery here in the train will stop working. The mountains will fall. You won't have transportation. You have to deal with being extremely isolated. I want to be out of here by then. I have solutions as to how to survive. But if people don't care about me, then I just don't care about you. How can I when the rest of the world cares about me? It's my friends around the world that are helping me, British Columbia. Do you understand that? Oh, well, let them help them then. Really? Okay, fuck off. Really, no, I got better things to do. And maybe I shouldn't bother archiving my stuff here. This is stuff I was going to salt away in Lillooet and publish. And I worry for the tourists that will get caught there when the time comes, but they'll survive. They have to. You have no choice. And the people who might come in there and loot and pillage and shit like that, I'm not going to try and help. I could. I know what to do. Really, I'm a military commander as much as anything else. How? Oh, you don't know anything. Oh, really? How many books have you read about military warfare? Or just accounts of it even. Jeez. Oh, I saw a movie once. Oh, go fuck off. I'm speaking, that's royal fuck off, too. Double royal, triple royal. How many kings I am at once. It's amazing what my family is, I found out. And the death struggle within the family for control and power. And I don't know why the struggle for power. Why was this done to so-and-so? Why is that done to so-and-so? Why is this done to me? And it wasn't the family doing this to me. This was her own fucking majesty. And that bourbon cunt. Yeah, Trudeau. And that fat fuck Horgan. Rugby player, my ass, you drinking. Where's the body, big boy? Just a loudmouth union slug. Mr. Weaver was a very fine man. It seems science, but they're all the science are locked in their professions. They can't see the generalism they have to see with like a guy like me. I never meant to be a king, just a generalist. But wow, that I'm a king also just blows my fucking mind. Fate, destiny, call you what it like. That's what it is. Destiny. I had no idea. But hey, the ultimate Cinderella story of all time. Let's go somewhere really cool. I said to Cassie, who's going to be grieving for husband. Well, we're going to have a place in Ireland and Provence. Why don't you come? The security for her and her sons are in danger from the Orange Nazis and the Mounties, including my friend in prison and the other young kid who doesn't even think it's real. And a certain older fellow, another fellow, my big friend that's around, also a good guy. I know he'll come up. I know I'll talk to him. He's always like cheering from me, and certain others I tagged. Other you hear me as abroad, this is how absurd it is in this country. That's why I tagged you guys. Germany, wherever you were. Including South Africa. And yeah, I didn't get everybody. It's hard to find people. Facebook limits how many you people you can see, but you can want you to add new people all the time. Don't you get it? So how do you find even your own friends? You look for them. Look for out. I see them for tournament again and again. Where are the people I actually know that care? But well, that's not in any one simple group. It's deliberately that way. So they can get you to get as many people. Here's some friends for you to join. And now that you have, how do you have to know what you want to see? You want to pay more people to see it, more of you? Give us money. You know what? Burn the whole of fucking Facebook fucking down. Abandon the goddamn thing. Those of you who want to keep in touch with me, I'm going to be on YouTube. You can contact me through Gmail there, or also by WhatsApp. There's going to be a more secure system for the inner cabinet and my security forces, including my personal bodyguard, who I will assemble slowly as I grab other people I really trust. A lot of people here I'd like to be in it, but I can't pull themselves away from their job. I think what big bro of mine, Irish King, an Irish King, I think, I really think he might. I told him, what do you want to do? Do you want to do that all your life, or well, your boss will be good? We'll get you another work. Yeah, been working in transit, nice big muscle, about 29 now, 30. Just right for some adventure, perfect. I'd love to be back. Everyone knows I'm a smart guy. People who knows I'm a smart guy should be listened to instead of shit on and ignored. Well, I'd rather be with these guys on the road and living at the time of their lives being who what has to be done in this world rather than people going, what are we going to do? Well, I'll tell you what has to be done, and I know what to do. If you got to hear me saying that, well, you missed out the opportunity of a lifetime. But I have a whole fleet of guys coming, a woman on a big plane to Iceland or wherever we're going, saying, hi, we're the Freedom Forces. Yeah, an army of love. You want to be the army of love? I do. That's what we are. The tribe of giants, the tribe of kings, the giants, the tribe of giants. That's something else again. Oh, that's all big guys too, not necessarily. That was my original name, so a lot of guys are actually kings. I love them all being in the band. That's a great marketing thing. Marketing? No. It's a celebration of the ancient kings of the fall of the unholy empires. The Schemaian prophecies come to life. And so, Voluspa. Valholza. You know, old were ages already when the world was born. And the eyes parted and a gap was smiling, gap for Ginuga. What a great line. I really don't know what there is. It's gap France. Oh, how profound. When you see the place and the context of what that is and what it was back at the dawn of the melting of the ice, yeah, that's where I'll have my summer home up there, nice and cool there in the mountains. Ringed by elves, but not overwhelmed by them. Never in danger of a landslide. Ah, beautiful. No, nobody else goes settle there. No, it's mine. Not that anybody else is unwelcome, but don't ever commercialize that. That is amazing. I will not allow any commercialization in my lands. Not my lands. I'll ask that nobody does. How special it is. Tell them a story, and people that live there no doubt feel the same way or even know. But it's a very special part of Provence. But not a permanent thing. I'm just saying I really love the spot. I know it's very important. As are other places I want to see with my friends. Whichever combination is fine. Certain ones forever. Bodyguard bro. Prison bro. Young bro. These are my bros, my family. A couple of guys have seen, and I hope this wisen up. Well, somebody's got a baby. A certain one also named Justin, like two of the others. Yeah, Justin in the Lower Mainland too. I love babies and kids too, though. But big Jesse Becky, this other Justin from Shalaz. Yeah. I love certain Justin. Not fucking Trudeau. No. It's good and bad Justin. The one down on Mayfair's got kids. I know he's a royal cousin. The other side is a Savoy family, you see. The Italian side. Nice guy, too. Looks like a Clevin, too. Who's that, Dad? Who's that? Johnny, I left home. One of my Norwegian cousins, some other relation there. I sent it. And there's family love there and some distance. Because that's the way the society here is. I've sucked up working for too little, trying to be proper and polite. Too much. But I can be proper and polite even in the highest courts, and also speak intelligent conversations, so long as they bear with me. But they're often ignorant bastards too at the high levels. But on stage, I can say what the fuck I want. And this right now is stage. Not for faking it. This is a real meal deal. So I guess I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired. I should stop this. A 4-word certain things to certain somebody and find out if I got information yet. I really need to sleep though. Time for that. So have a good night. Remember, get off Facebook, people, especially the people important to me, and be on WhatsApp, please. At least. Get off of Facebook, and remember, ordinary phone lines are just as transparent. All my signs are bouncing back, and all my voicemails are being bothered. I'll catch the long ones. The voice scanners can't handle it. I confound them. I love it. Signing off. Michael the first and hopefully the last. Last king ever needed. Unless there's another King Michael out there. I think there might be. Who my hidden relatives are, I really want to know. I'm starting to feel something else here. Yeah, I can feel good things. Yeah, it's a whole turnaround. Double sevens would be. Keep on going like this for this long year. It's going to be a long roller coaster ride, but beautiful. Painful today, though. It's time for a rest and stop. Good night.